Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here for Mr. Topstep with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, just a real quick look at the daily chart, and what you see there is, we had a potential punch here of the upper Bollinger Band, but what you saw was the bears be unable to follow through back below this 1390 level, and what that did was embolden the bulls. We made a bunch of long-tail candles here throughout the last week or so, and we just, after making what was potentially a topping candle and the bears not being able to follow through that next day, we got a big up day. And so now we're trading up around, the current trade is 14.13 quarter. We put in a new high early this morning, about 6 a.m., up at 14.18. We're currently trading down 14.13 quarter. So we'll see how the day goes. But I want you guys to look at this chart and kind of understand the dynamic of what happens when one side of the tape simply can't get back through a key level, in this case 1390, and that emboldens the other side, in this case the bulls, to say, look, maybe we have an all clear, and they'll kind of feel their way out for a few days, and then they'll go ahead and punch through. And the I'm not saying we could do the upper Bollinger Band because the bulls have got to be tired. We basically have unrelenting buying from 1350. Options expiration is out of the way. The number one thing on my plate today is how does the market react without options expiration in its way. Now, the bears are going to say, well, OPEX is out of the way. You're going to see the air come out of this market. The bulls are going to say, well, OPEX is out of the way. It's the only thing that's been holding us back. Who knows? The only way we're going to find out is to trade the day. So let's see how the whole thing plays out. Let's look at a 15-minute chart. Okay, here's the 15, and you can see how 14.18 got rejected. The purple line there is the daily pivot, 14.14.33. You got the 3-day at 14.09.75. 9 days below there at 14.06 half, basically. So we're not seeing the dynamic that we had seen last week, which was a lot of daily and 3-day pivot, lock-up pivot zones. That has spaced itself out. That's bullish. But at the same time, you're seeing the 9-day pivot come up and get pretty close to price, while the 20-day and the 45-day pivot have stayed pretty far down. That means that maybe we're not going to get a huge pullback, but we need to maybe back and fill a little bit off of 14.18. Just remember, August 2nd, we're trading 13.50 in this market. We're trading 14.18 at 6 o'clock this morning. That's 68 handles, and if you're up at 14.18, if you're in the I've been long camp, you've got to be taking profits up here. If you're in the I'm not long yet, you can't be buying 14.18. You have to be a seller, or you have to get out of the way. You can't buy 14.18 up from 13.50. I mean, you can, but the odds are not in your favor. I mean, to catch the last percent or two of a move, the risk is definitely that you're gonna pick the top in this market. So, whatever you do, use stops and be hedged. That's equally true on the short side. As we come in here to test this 14.11, 14.10 level, which you see on Friday was some support. If you get a bounce in there, you can try that long. But let's just keep a tight stop because we really don't know what OPEX, the absence of OPEX, is going to do to the market, if anything at all. I mean, it is August. Let's not forget about that. Let's do support and resistance. Current trade is 14.13 quarter. On the upside, 14.14.33 daily pivot. Then you got your swing high 14.18, 14.22, 14.27, 14.32. On the downside, 14.09.75, 14.08, 14.06 half, 14.04, 14.01.75, then 13.93, 13.91.75. Okay, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here for Mr. Topstep. Everybody have a fantastic day. Trade them well. Looks like 14.12 is trying to be support. We'll see how that plays out. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning with another webcast.